Let's go. Fear the turtle.
Every single time we step out on the floor, we go show them how Maryland basketball is. You know, every year, every team, you define yourself.
I got one more of these.
One, two, three, game time! Kay Yao is the sister of our athletic director, Debbie Yao.
She's going through a recurrence of the cancer that she suffered in 1987. So she had wonderful checkups for a very long period of time. So I think that this, at least from a family member's perspective, was a surprise.
I wouldn't have missed it, the opportunity to say hello to her because she's one of my favorite people in sport, and I admire everything that she's done, and I wish her the best every time we played, even when we played them, when I was coaching, I mean. So Kay and I have always had a tremendous rivalry on the court and a very good friendship off the court.
Good luck. Thank you. Thank you so much.
It means a lot to know that I have a lot of people who are, I'm in their thoughts and prayers, and I'm grateful for it. And, you know, a person like me who's been around 30 years, you know a lot of people, you see a lot of people over and over, and I think a lot of people just have respect for other teams and other coaches, and it's really a great feeling.
It says a lot about what people think about her. I think she generally is very well thought of, and I also think people identify with a public figure who has an issue of this type.
She's been through so much, and it's just inspiring to see her back leading her team and see her back out on the court, and just wanting her to know how happy we are to see her back, and that our thoughts and prayers are with her.
Actually hugged before the game and after the game, and I feel her concern for my health situation, and I'm grateful for it, and it just shows that it matters to her as well, and basketball doesn't become important when you're facing a battle with a disease like cancer.
She just gave me some news on Monday that they might think she has cancer. I broke down, I cried, because my grandfather had cancer, so I know it's like living with somebody who has cancer. It's a rough process, and that's my mom, my only parent, and I love her to death. I just don't want anything to happen to her.
My mom was a single mother also, so I know a relationship of a daughter to a mother, just kind of how close I was, and I think that kind of hit home for me, just knowing how close Jay was and how sensitive she is and how far away from home. So it was like we knew that at that point it was time to give Jay the support she needed.
Everybody was just there and just real kind to me about it. They're like my second family because I just don't know. I mean, well, they were just there for me, and I really needed them to be there for me, especially during that time when I just got the news. When I got the news, I was with Lang and Ashley, and they're just hugging me and crying too, and just being real supportive and just trying to help me through it.
It was hard, seeing one of my teammates crying, but as teammates, we have to be there for each other, and hopefully she'll just recover as soon as possible.
I was just, devastated. That's a terrible thing to have to go through, especially at such a young age, to know that your mom is going through something like that, and you're so far away from her, and not knowing if you're going to be able to go and be with her or not. That's just a hard thing to deal with.
I wanted to go home and be with my mom. I really did, but everybody knew that I shouldn't go home because I probably wouldn't have came back. Coach B's real nice and stuff. She's a very nice person, but she's like, I guess she's like a mother figure. I mean, she was real kind about it.
Jade seems to be handling everything remarkably well, and given the fact that, you know, the news that she found out and being a freshman and being so far from home, she's really handled it in stride. And, you know, I really think it's been a big part because of the help and support she's gotten from her teammates. I mean, they've all rallied behind her, and, you know, every day she seems to get a little bit better.
What's disappointing is y'all are letting the season slip by, and it doesn't even seem like it phases you. That's what's disappointing to me. What's disappointing is y'all are letting the season slip by, and it doesn't even seem like it phases you. That's what's disappointing to me. This season is flying by, and we've got to have more of a sense of urgency than where we're at right now.
Together on three. 1, 2, 3.
Together.
We talk a good game, but yet we're not going out there and producing. It's part of growing up. We're young, but I mean, we've been through enough games now where you can't keep using that as an excuse. You know, at some point, you know, it's going to click, or before you know it, the season's going to be over.
I mean, it's time for everyone to step up and meet the challenge. This is the ACC, and, you know, the uninspired effort that we gave today isn't going to get it done game in and game out. We'd love to be able to follow just like the men did. And, I mean, they came out here fearless and had a tremendous attitude and came out and competed. And, you know, we want to be able to come out and do the same for 40 minutes.
Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina. Federal regulations do require that all carry-on items are stowed prior to closing the air.
Two things tonight. We're coming out with courage. We're coming out with confidence from the tip. Tired of talking. Actions speak louder than words. You hear me? All right? You go out. You're intense with what you're doing. You play with heart for 40 minutes, and you go out. Great things will happen. Let me tell you, you back down to no one. You step up with confidence, with courage. You back down to no one. Play hard on three. 1, 2, 3. Play hard.
In the Duke game, it was just a tremendous battle. I mean, it just went back and forth, and, you know, we would score a bucket, then they would score a bucket, and, you know, I really thought both teams, I mean, really clamped down defensively, and, you know, it was just a hard-fought battle.
Under a minute to play, inside to Crystal Langhorne, and one, and a chance to tie the game.
When we made that play and Crystal stepped up at the foul line, and, you know, Crystal's been struggling with her free throw shooting, and when I saw Crystal step up and finish that free throw to tie it, I just really felt that, you know, she showed enough courage and enough confidence in herself, and I knew her teammates were going to support her and believe in her. You know, I just really felt we were going to gain huge momentum from that play. Unfortunately, we didn't. Shows you how far we've come. I mean, for Anisha Smith to come down and shoot that jumper, I mean, that's something she wouldn't have done in her last 3 years. So I'm excited by the fact that she had the confidence to step up and make a play like that, you know. And then we had to get into it defensively to be able to follow. I thought we were a little slow in terms of our reaction time. That's something we're going to improve on with this young team. But again, you know, you want to be in games like this and be at the end of the game in situations that you can build on.
Terps down by 3, 4 seconds left. Time for one last play.
We had enough time in the timeout to execute what we wanted done, and we diagrammed it up. But again, you know, young players, we were out of sync. You know, not having Anisha on the floor. Normally, she's directing that play. Now you're putting the ball into your freshman's hand. Ashley Newman having to deliver a play to get Shea a shot. Just didn't execute it. I mean, all the credit. You know, Duke did a tremendous job defending us on that last play. They threw 2 players at Shea, and you know, we weren't able to get a good shot up at the basket.
You got to understand, I mean, when we go out and we compete like that, we can play with anyone. But now, you know, this team has got to understand our
are we going to go out and play like that? Or are we just going to get up for the big games? Because if you can play against a team like this, you can play with anyone in the country. All right? So, again, I don't want you leaving this locker room with your heads down. You left everything out there. Everything.
Hey, I would go to battle with anyone in this room any day. I honestly, like, 40 minutes, we played for 40 minutes. And, like, I know we lost, and that really sucks. But like I'm saying, Anisha, before you leave this program, Duke is going down. I don't care what it takes. We're going to beat them for Anisha before she leaves here. Because we can. All right, let's go. Team on three. 1, 2, 3.
Team. Tough loss. I'm trying to get one before I leave, you know. I got him one more time, so we're going to try to get him February 13th.
What?
Wild, Wild West.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
It's a small rural town. We have 6 stoplights, not a lot of stores. We have a Walmart. That's about it.
It's very different because Maryland's a very diverse state, while Kentucky is the country and everybody's just laid back and there's no traffic.
Most people have no idea, you know, for Jade, what a huge adjustment it was for her to be able to come out here and tackle the University of Maryland. I mean, when you go back and you see where Jade's from and, you know, you got a couple stoplights, I always give her a hard time, you know, 2 or 3 stoplight town, and just a really small community. Everybody knows Jade, when she walks down the street, goes into the Walmart, you know, anywhere she happens to go. I mean, she's an icon back there.
It's a big transition from high school to college. For me, I didn't know a whole lot because my coach really didn't teach the things that the Maryland coaches teach, like defense and stuff. That was a big transition. I absolutely love college life. It's great. I don't get home. I'm not homesick right now because I talk to my mom at least 12 times a day.
She got a $149 cell phone bill. That's what she's doing.
Wow.
Don't put that on the... I'll just be calling her out of the blue, be like, Mama, what you doing? She like, nothing. And I'll just be like, okay, then bye. Then I'll call her back 5 minutes later.
I think it was harder to convince her mother than it was to convince Jade. I mean, Jade was sold when she got up on campus and, you know, was at our elite camp and was ready to make the decision. And we had a lot more convincing to do with Mom.
She had to come and check the place out and see how the coaches were.
So I was really impressed.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to come together all over.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we took the right step.
I felt it in my heart. I knew this is where I wanted to come now.
Jade was very lucky. I mean, her mom was extremely supportive of her decision and understood that, you know, Jade's goals and wanting to play at the highest level. And ultimately, I think when she saw what we were about and the support that her daughter was going to be given, you know, she was 100% behind it.
But in high school, I was always the tallest person on the court. And that is so different coming to college. You got Lang about 6'4" and Hart about 6'6". So, wow, it's different. But I hold my own though, so that's good.
She's physically so much stronger than most players out there, and I think still continuing to develop and grow into what she can and cannot do with that strength.
Fierce, intense, a great coach, but she's also very loving and caring, like a mother figure to me. I really like Coach B and care about her a lot.
Jade speaks from the heart, and you know, I mean, I'm glad she feels that way and has that comfort level, and you know, I just think she's a special kid. She's a sweet kid. I ultimately want to see her get everything that she's looking for. I always want her to know that I'll be here for her no matter what, and be able to provide some sort of comfort and stability for her. I can't even describe what a neat feeling it is, and I think it kind of hit home coming down the ramp today, walking in here to McHale Center, and it's just kind of a strange feeling to know that you did play on this court, and now you're going to bring your team back and be coaching on this court. So that's kind of when it sunk in.
Spent a lot of years out here, went through a lot of adversity during the years, had a lot of ups and downs, but made her a stronger person because of it, I think, and met a lot of challenges because of her injuries and that. So loved the school and had a real good career out here.
She's exactly the same kind of young lady that I just talked to that she was when she was here as an undergraduate. She cared about her team. She cared about the individual players on her team.
Just going to be a neat experience, something I'm going to cherish for a long, long time. The amount of support and family members and friends that are going to be here and being able to spend time with means the most to me to be able to be back here. We decided to take the team to a Wild Wild West place called Pinnacle Peak. Wild Wild West. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's a place that I knew none of our players would have any idea. It was like going to a saloon. There was Western stores and just a tremendous atmosphere.
Hey, Angel, come on, show that leg. Oh.
Here we go. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Don't blink. 3.
What a perfect night. You love to be able to see that kind of camaraderie and, them just, off the court to be able to have that kind of fun. Because I think people don't always realize, like, the demands and the pressures that are on these young kids to perform not only athletically but academically. And, last night so they could, just get away from it all and just being themselves, showing their own personalities. Just really it was so much fun. A lot of great memories that they're going to be able to take back.
We try to, just have a great time on the road. I think times like that, brings your team just so much closer. When you go out and just have fun, you learn new things about your teammates and things like that. So it was a great time. I had a great time in Arizona.
What can make me feel this way, my girl?
Oh man, that was that was funny. We were just trying to have a good time and just have a good laugh. That's like memories to keep forever.
I think that Maryland's gonna win.
Fear the turtle!
It just seemed like it was a game of runs. I mean, the fact that we went in at halftime and had a 10-point lead, and then, we come out in the second half and knew they were going to put a run together, and they did. And, they go on like a 9-0 run.
Natalie Jones puts the Arizona Wildcats on top 69-67 with just 4 seconds left in the game. Looks like the Lady Terps are headed for their 3rd consecutive loss. Time running out. Jade Perry trying to make the inbounds pass, having some trouble. She goes long. It's knocked out of bounds. We're down to 3 seconds left. Perry again. Game clock down to 2. Maryland down to its final chance.
The play was designed for Lang, for the lob.
They knew exactly what we were running. Pokey was standing guarding the lob, and then the second I got the ball, she turned around and guarded me. So she put her hands up, so there was no way I was going to lob the ball. The play was for Lang to just lob it and tip it in. And they were all focusing on Lang because they knew that's where we were going, and Jade just popped to the corner, and it was like about 4 seconds. I heard the ref saying 4. And I had to just throw it in.
Shea and Jade just read it, because it definitely was not designed the way that it happened. But that's playing basketball, and that's how what we talk about all the time is, we try to put our players in positions to succeed and be successful. You set up a play, you know what you're looking for, but if it breaks down, you've got to read what the defense gives you.
It was an amazing shot, And Jade said, that was the only shot I made, and I was like, well, that's the only shot that was important.
I had a big smile. Oh man, I just seen Kalika. I don't know how Kalika got to half court that quick, but she was like at half court, and I just ran. I tried to jump in Kay. I'm a lot heavier than Kay, but she couldn't hold me, so I just tried to jump in her arms and stuff. That's very exciting.
We were wondering why they were running to half court, though. You could see, if they were all huddled there together or coming to the bench. We were a little confused why they were running the other way, but we're still learning how to you know, when we tie a game and get in that kind of position, what we need to do to handle ourselves. You know, I wasn't ready to celebrate because I really felt like, you know, I needed to be prepared, you know, in case we didn't get it off in time and you know, to help this team get through that. So, you know, that was my thing. I wasn't sure if we had released it in time, and, you know, I didn't want to get our hopes up before I, you know, actually knew.
My girl Jay had it. She hit that bank shot at the end, tied up, put it in overtime. So it was a great game.
We weren't gonna let that shot go to waste. It would have been a waste, you know, if we lost the game. So we weren't gonna let. I mean, that's like a shot of the season type thing, you know. Jay will never forget that.
You're not always going to get a second chance in life, and you know, and on the court. So I think they wanted to seize the opportunity.
Yeah, I was definitely pumped. Like I said, the more energy you can give your team, the better, especially in overtime when we're already playing over 40 minutes, most of us, and you're tired and you need a reason to, you know, to play on, and winning. What better reason than winning? Something out there lost me.
Come on, oh my God, Jade is that girl. Jade is that girl. That's a heck of a win. Oh my God. And especially when you talk about, you know, coming into some adversity, you know, coming from the road trip, you know, long road trip. I mean, I tell you what, each and every one of you stepped up and made plays. Each and every one of you. And this was a great team win. I'm very, very proud of each and every one of you.
That was amazing. I mean, like I said, those are memories you don't forget. Like I'll remember that always. You know, I mean, that was just great. Winning that game was such a great feeling. We needed that win too. We needed that win, dropping 2 in a row. We needed that win big.